Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon. It's a pleasure for me to be this year the chairman again of the conference. Let me thank Saranda for the kind introduction. Thank you, Goran. Since you are here, let me thank you also. The chance to the chance to be the chairman. I'm going to be with you during this journey of 2 days of maintenance analytics. So as Saranda said, my name is Diego Galar. I'm professor of Luleå University and also head of maintenance and reliability in Tecnolia. And during these 2 days, we are going to see the different perspectives of maintenance. That is really, really important. It's important to see the different aspects that we are going to work during these days, because maintenance, as you know, maintenance is very polyedric. We have to see on one hand the maintenance as a business dimension. And maintenance is important because maintenance is growing importance in the companies. The value of maintenance is very, very essential. People are not taking care of just the asset. It's just the value delivered by the asset. And this is the real value of maintenance. What is the real value of maintenance? Actually, we have to be aware that we are in a service-oriented industry. And we are not longer concerned about the integrity of the asset, just the integrity of the asset. We are concerned about the function delivered by the asset. That's why the dimension of maintenance in terms of business is important to balance the function delivered by the asset and also the integrity of the asset. And the asset has to last for very long. The life cycle of an asset may be 30, 40 years many times in industries, heavy haul, etc. And we will talk maintenance from the different perspectives in the life cycle. Because if we go to the manufacturing industry, producing industrial assets, we have to take some maintenance embedded in the design phase. And we have design for maintainability, design for reliability, design for maintenance. But also, for end users, we have to go for end users that need solutions to optimize the assets and to optimize the performance of the assets. Then we have two different perspectives of the maintenance from design and manufacturing point of view and from end user point of view. And we have to be aware that maintenance is a system like a box that we put some resources, and these resources automatically are converted into outputs. Outputs that are KPIs, availability, capacity, reliability. These kind of things, we convert our money, our resources into this. And the way we tune this box is the way that we are doing maintenance. And maintenance analytics plays a key role here. And of course, to give value to the organizations, and the purpose of this conference is essential for that, is provide value. And maintenance can provide value with a cost control and improving the asset utilization. Many of you will want to improve your OEEs in your companies or optimize the cost of your maintenance. And this is the way that maintenance can create value. Keeping a balance between these two things, we will keep value. But the economy is changing dramatically. We have to be aware that the service-oriented industry is there. Maintenance is no longer a department, no longer a function. Now we are working with industry that is fully service-oriented. Outsourcing maintenance, outsourcing services is happening there. That's why we have to be aware of this situation. And maintenance as a service is there in the global supply chain. In the global supply chain is not just the connection of different companies. Maintenance as a service is a third party many times. And that's why the big companies now they play a key role with many companies that are popping up, offering analytics, offering new services to improve the maintenance. Again, maintenance is no longer a department that is there, a small department or big department with some people. Maintenance as a service has been upgraded to the level of a company and a third party in the industry. And in this regard, maintenance is the gear between end users and manufacturers and designers. Because when you buy some asset, when you get the service of one asset, the relation between design and manufacturing and the relation between this and the end user is the maintenance gear. And the maintenance gear means that the maintenance is one enabling service to create value. And suddenly, maintenance becomes the engine of the whole organization to create value. Because maintenance, believe me, can create value, but also, if not taken care properly, can kill the value. But not only that, to do these kind of things, we need some kind of analytics, and that's why we are here. We need analytics to go from the traditional maintenance to the predictive maintenance. We cannot rely more on long maintenance plans that were maybe oversized and where you had to shut down your assets very long to do preventive maintenance that many times even doesn't contribute to the availability of your assets. You have to go for predictive maintenance and prescriptive maintenance, just doing maintenance just when needed. And in this case, prognosis is the key word. We have to be aware that all we are doing here in maintenance analytics is essential for one thing, to predict when the machine is going to shut down, when the failure is going to happen. That's why prognosis and remaining useful life are the key words. Everybody in Industry 4.0, what they want to do is make prognosis. Tell me when the failure is going to happen. And then we will be able to move from the traditional corrective maintenance towards the PHM, the prognostic health management. That means we move from the traditional maintenance that is consuming a lot of unnecessary resources to a maintenance based on prognosis that is just based on accurate predictions of the remaining useful life. And in this regard, let me tell you that we have to learn from some sectors like aeronautics, like energy, like military sectors, where the integration of the different stages of the life cycle is there. If we go to aeronautics, if we go to the military, we can see that the integration of the different stages of the life cycle of the asset are taken care of. And this is important because we cannot separate end user from manufacturer, maintenance from production. Then in this regard, we have to be able to optimize certain parameters. At the end of the day, when you try to optimize the overall equipment effectiveness of your company, what you are trying to do is optimizing many times the availability. And for that purpose, we have to be aware of optimize different boxes related to maintenance. For example, the supportability gives the support, the right support to your assets, the reliability coming from the design, maintainability with proper maintenance plans, and so on. And all these things, we have to do a lot of analytics to optimize the different boxes that lead to the global optimization of the effectiveness. And for that, we are going to deal with a lot of data. And this is something that is very interesting for us, but we have to see the difference between transactional layers, where the ICT people move the data from one tank to the other tank, from one lake to the another lake, but the content layer, that is where we make sense of all the data, where you put all the CMMS data, condition monitoring data, SCADA data, ERP data, and you create a maintenance reality out of that, describing your maintenance reality. This is really good. And then when you have all this data in good shape, in good structure, clean, pre-processed, then you can start the analytics. And you can start the analytics merging IT and OT. Because of course, here during these days, we are going to see how the new maintenance analytics is based on the merging process of the different technologies we have available. For that purpose, we will have technologies close to the asset, OT, and technologies that are close to the end user managerial level, IT. And the convergence of both is crucial. The convergence of both is crucial to go from a no-casting to see what is happening now, what will happen. And this difference is essential for us. The difference, the evolution from no-casting and forecasting is absolutely crucial. And then we will be able to see the failures that may happen. And this is crucial because unless we are able to visualize all failures you have in your systems, then you will be able to predict those failures. But here we will discuss, and we have excellent speakers and a very interesting panel later on to see how can I struggle with this problem. Because, the problem is what is in my data sets. In my data sets, many times you are going just maybe 20% of your failure modes. What happens with the rest? You need to bring something else to the data sets. And for that purpose, we will go and we will describe here the front-end technology in terms of maintenance analytics, bringing the data-driven solutions together with model and physical-based solutions. Because at the end of the day, what we try to have is hybrid models, bringing the domain knowledge together with the power of the data-driven technology, and we will talk about that during these days. And with these aspects, we will be able to have a real PLM, a real product life management, and then we can talk about more enabling technologies like digital twin, etc. But for that purpose, remember, we will see how the design and manufacturing data merge with the operation and maintenance data, and both together combine, then co-create the solution for maintenance analytics. In this regard, we have to be aware that here in this room, we have today manufacturers and end users, and we cannot establish any barrier, any wall between them, because if there are barriers, the data is not enough, and then we have serious problem for that. For that purpose, again, we have to learn from many other sectors that have been already successful with the analytics, and merging the information from the manufacturing together with the information from the end users. And then we will be able to merge not just OT and IT, also ET, the domain knowledge, the engineering technology, that is the technology that is going to provide more value for us. But what to do with analytics? With analytics, we have to move from the traditional diagnostic analytics, okay, the traditional diagnostic analytics, towards the descriptive diagnostic and predictive analytics. We don't want just diagnosis. Even we don't want just prediction. We want something else. What kind of analytics we want in maintenance? In maintenance, we want no prediction. We want prescription. And what is prescription? Prescription is, don't tell me what is going to happen. Tell me what to do to make it happen when I want. Because I have a time window, a slot for maintenance in August. Tell me what to do with my machinery to take the failure to August, because I want to open a maintenance window then. Then don't tell me that it's going to fail in 2 weeks. Tell me how to take the failure to August. This is the prescription. But if you tell me that, even though it's very, very advanced, tell me how the system can learn how to do it automatically. It's not just the prescription, it's the cognition. And then cognitive maintenance will be even more than prescription. Cognitive maintenance will be able to provide this kind of prescription in automatic way. And we will see the evolution of analytics during these 2 days. But just to finalize this introduction, is where shall we put the intelligence? We will have here different stakeholders and different companies talking about where you should put the analytics. And in this regard, we have to think of different solutions. A fully centralized system where all the data are coming to a data center and we are doing all the analytics. Maybe you are doing that in your company. Maybe it's a solution. Some kind of semi-centralized system where you have some kind of edge computing in some assets and you bring the data to some kind of central server to do some pre-processing, or you want to go for a fully decentralized analytics where the computing is performed totally in edge. The solution for different companies will be entirely different. Companies like mines with moving assets in the pit will have a solution. Companies that are doing manufacturing will have a different solution. And we will talk about that here. Then, for me, let me say that it's a great welcome to this conference. I think will be very interesting to go with you during this journey of 2 days. And with this, I finish my first intervention, and then I give the floor to the next speaker. Thank you very much.